50 Cent vs. Big Meech. The snitch allegations reach a boiling point. The feud between 50 Cent and Big Meech has escalated to nuclear levels, and now Lil Meech, Rick Ross, and Floyd Mayweather are getting dragged into the fire. 50 Cent is on a relentless mission to expose Big Meech, claiming he has official court paperwork proving Meech's involvement in a cooperation deal with the feds. And just when we thought things couldn't get messier, Lil Boosie jumped in, calling out Lil Meech for his soft response to 50's attacks. Boosie didn't hold back. "If someone came for my dad like that, I'd be ready for war." Looks like Lil Meech took that advice to heart, because instead of clapping back at 50 directly, he's making power moves behind the scenes.
How?
By linking up with 50's biggest enemies, Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather. And you already know 50 wasn't letting that slide. The paperwork drama. Did Big Meech snitch? The tension exploded when 50 hit Instagram on February 25th, posting a screenshot of a message from 1090 Jake, the YouTuber known for exposing snitch allegations. According to 50 and Jake, the documents allegedly tie Big Meech's longtime associate, Tammy Cowens, to a federal informant operation. If true, this raises serious questions about how Meech's sentence was reduced. 50 teased a full expose with the caption, "Tammy Cowens, the truth and nothing but the truth." Coming soon. At 1090, Jake got that paperwork. You know the vibe. Who is Tammy Cowens? And what does this mean for Meech? Tammy wasn't just Meech's close friend. She was his personal assistant, business partner, and head of BMF Entertainment while he was locked up. She was even a producer on 50's BMF series. But here's the twist. Blue Da Vinci, a former BMF affiliate, has claimed for years that Tammy flipped on Meech in 2009, becoming a federal informant just a year after Meech put her in charge of BMF Entertainment. Now, the million-dollar question. Did Meech know Tammy was cooperating? Or was she working with the feds behind his back? Either way, if the paperwork is legit, Tammy's cooperation may have helped reduce Meech's sentence, which 50 is using to push his snitch narrative. Third-party cooperation, the legal gray area. Here's the thing, just because Tammy's cooperation helped Meech doesn't automatically mean he snitched. She wasn't just Big Meech's close friend, she was his personal assistant, business partner, and the head of BMF Entertainment while he was locked up. And get this, Tammy was also one of the producers on 50 Cent's hit series BMF. But here's where things get messy. Blue Da Vinci, another former BMF affiliate, has been saying for years that Tammy was a government informant. According to him, she flipped on Meech in 2009 and started working with the feds just a year after Meech made her the official owner of BMF Entertainment. Now, people are questioning whether Meech was in on it the whole time. If the paperwork, which 1090 Jake and 50 Cent are referencing, is real, then there are two possibilities. Meech knew Tammy was cooperating and fed her information that ultimately helped the feds. Tammy was working with the feds behind Meech's back, and he had no idea she was using his info to help the government. Either way, Tammy allegedly played a key role in reducing Meech's sentence, and now 50 is out here implying that Meech benefited from snitching, even if he didn't personally testify. But let's be real, cooperation deals aren't always black and white. There's something called third-party cooperation, which means someone else can give up info that helps reduce your sentence, even if you weren't actively involved. So while 50 is pushing the snitch narrative hard, it's still unclear if Meech actually gave up names himself or just unknowingly benefited from someone else doing the talking. 50's war on Lil Meech. 50 isn't just exposing Meech, he's also going after Lil Meech. After 50 publicly called out Big Meech for allegedly cooperating, Lil Meech sent him a text begging for an explanation. He told 50 he was hurt that he unfollowed him, reminding him that he introduced him to Skilla Baby and that he's always been loyal. Lil Meech even tried to downplay his father's connection with Rick Ross, saying Ross only helped his dad financially because he needed money until the next season of BMF started. But 50 wasn't buying it. He clowned Lil Meech, saying, "What next season, Lil Ninja?" Implying Lil Meech is officially out of the BMF series. Then, to add more salt to the wound, 50 took another jab. "I'll give Mona Scott a call for him. He can be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta." Meanwhile, Boosie had a lot to say about how Lil Meech handled the situation. He felt Lil Meech was being way too soft about 50's disrespect, saying, "If someone came for my dad like that, I'd be ready to fight." Boosie made it clear. Family comes first, and no matter what, Lil Meech should have stood on business. But 50 clapped back hard, claiming, "He's done more for Lil Meech than Big Meech ever did." Lil Meech would call him every time he got locked up, and 50 was always the first to bail him out. The final power move. Instead of addressing the allegations, Lil Meech made a statement by linking up with two of 50's biggest enemies, Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather. This wasn't a coincidence. 50 and Ross have been beefing for over a decade. 50 and Floyd used to be tight, but their friendship crumbled over money and personal shots. For Lil Meech to be out here chilling with both of them, that was a clear message, and it officially ended any chance of peace with 50 Cent. Posted a photo of himself with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather at a bowling alley in Miami. And just to add a little extra shade, he threw a slick caption on it. "Real power." A clear jab at 50. He even posted another pic of himself and Floyd showing off clothing from his Rich Forever collab. Oh, and just to twist the knife even further, Big Meech himself made a quick appearance over the phone to chop it up with Rick Ross and Floyd during the night out. Of course, 50 wasted no time responding. He posted a clip of Lil Meech talking to Rick Ross and joked that Ross was probably just sending Big Meech a Wingstop delivery. "Yo, tell your pops I'm a lookout. What's the address? I'ma send some wings over there," 50 wrote. At this point, 50 Cent is done with the Flenory family. After everything he's done for Big Meech and Lil Meech, from bringing their story to TV to helping Lil Meech blow up in Hollywood, 50 clearly feels betrayed. And with Lil Meech cozying up to his biggest enemies, it's obvious this beef isn't ending anytime soon. Now, the fans are completely split on this one. Some people think 50 Cent is taking things way too far, and that he's pushing the snitching rumors without solid proof. Others think 50 has every right to feel betrayed, especially after all the opportunities he gave Lil Meech. Dramatic black and white montage of 50 Cent's most explosive Instagram posts intercut with prison footage, court documents flashing on screen, and slow-motion shots of Rick Ross, Boosie, and Lil Meech looking tense. Narrator, urgent, gritty tone. Snitches get stitches. That's the code. That's the law of the streets. But when the paperwork hits the internet, even kings can fall. Right now, 50 Cent isn't just dropping hints, he's dropping evidence. Court documents, secret recordings, the kind of receipts that can end careers. And his targets? Rick Ross, Boosie Badass, even Lil Meech, the star of his own hit show. This isn't just beef, this is an execution. Camera zooms into a burning 50 Cent Instagram post as the beat from Many Men slowly builds. Chapter 1. The Blueprint of Beef. Never before seen footage of 50 and Ross's 2008 confrontation at BET Awards. Hip-hop historian. What most people don't know is that 50's been collecting dirt on Ross since day one. This isn't random. It's revenge 15 years in the making. And now, he's got the ammunition. Cut to exclusive interview clip with former G-Unit member. Fif always said he'd wait for the perfect moment to destroy Ross. Not with diss tracks, with documents. Chapter 2. The BMF Bombshell. Animated recreation of BMF operations with redacted documents overlaying the footage. Narrator. The BMF series made Meech a legend. But these documents? They could unmake him. 50's claiming he's got proof Meech didn't just benefit from snitching, he orchestrated it. Cut to former federal prosecutor. Third-party cooperation is the nuclear option. It lets you claim you never talked, while someone else does your talking for you. If 50's documents show Meech set this up, the streets won't forgive that. Chapter 3. Lil Meech's impossible choice. Security footage of Lil Meech meeting with Ross at Miami Club, timestamped February 2023. Street Insider. That meetup wasn't random. Ross has been waiting years to get at 50 through Meech. And Meech? He's trapped between the man who made him famous and the father he's trying to free. Show text message chain between 50 and Lil Meech, blurred but legible. 50's last message reads, "You chose the wrong side. Now watch what happens. Chilling. Chapter 4. Boosie's Blood Feud. Raw cell phone footage of Boosie's backstage rant at Houston concert. Narrator. Boosie came in guns blazing, but 50? He counterattacked with military precision. That "I bailed him out" line wasn't just a diss, it was a calculated strike at Boosie's own snitch rumors. Cut to leaked legal document showing Boosie's 2011 cooperation agreement. The irony? Boosie's standing on principles 50 claims he already violated. This is chess, not checkers. Ross. But he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until our next season starts. This internet is throwing me off, man. You know me in real life. However, 50 showed no mercy to Lil Meech. He clapped back, saying, "What next season?" implying that he could replace him or cancel the show altogether. Then, in a follow-up post, 50 mocked Lil Meech by saying that he was going to end up on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. 50 wrote, "I'll give Mona Scott a call from later today." And just when you thought 50 had forgotten about Rick Ross and all this mess, he called out both Ross and Meech's parenting skills and dropped some old footage of Lil Meech with Rick Ross's daughter, Twa Roberts, who he used to date a while back, recently surfaced. 50 then questioned why Lil Meech and the Flenory family didn't get any help from Ross, saying, "Why old boy didn't look out for Meech and send him to acting school? Big screech. All your people that was out did nothing for him." 50 also added, "You come home thinking you the Black Pablo Escobar and him up." Alluding again to reports that this drama cost Lil Meech his role on BMF. Then, 50 pointed out that he helped Meech's family make millions off the BMF show, throwing even more shade by accusing Big Meech of wearing his son's jewelry in recent photos. 50 wrote, "I helped your family make over $5 million legit dollars. It's not my fault it's all gone. Give the baby back his jewelry. Meanwhile, 50 also doubled down on his claim that he's working on a documentary exposing Big Meech for allegedly snitching. He even dropped a photo of Tammy Cowan, saying she's got all the receipts to prove Meech is a rat. 50 said, "The truth and nothing but the truth. Tammy Cowan coming soon. She has all the paperwork and recorded phone calls." Big screech. But here's the catch. Ross might need to rethink his whole movie plan because getting it off the ground won't be easy if he has to ask 50 Cent for permission. Sources close to the situation told TMZ that 50 owns the TV and film rights to the BMF story, and nothing is changing on that front. Plus, TMZ confirmed that 50's G-Unit film division is already working on Tammy Cowan's life story to take the BMF saga to the next level. Now, as for fans, they're definitely split on this one. Some are saying 50 is being way too petty and needs to let go of that old beef with Rick Ross because at this point it's ancient history. But on the other hand, a lot of people are siding with 50, saying he's always been about loyalty, and if you link up with the ops, you're no longer welcome. Now, as for 50 still being hung up on this beef with Ross, you gotta understand that Ross is one of the few rappers who actually came out of a beef with 50 without his career taking a major hit. See, 50's beef with Ross goes way back to the 2008 BET Awards. When Ross claimed he didn't like the way 50 was looking at him, the funny thing is that 50 said he didn't even notice Ross was there. But the real drama kicked off when Ross dropped Mafia Music, where he threw some serious shade at 50, implying he was behind the fire that happened at 50's baby mama Shaniqua Tompkins' house. Naturally, 50 wasn't having it. He fired back with his own diss track, "Officer Ricky, go ahead, try me." Now, if you're wondering why 50 called him Officer Ricky, it's because a photo leaked at the time showing that Ross had worked as a correctional officer back in the day. But you already know 50 wasn't about to let that slide. He dropped a video called Warning Shot, where he straight up said he'd ruin Ross' life just for fun. 50 wasn't playing. He turned the beef into entertainment, dropping Officer Ricky cartoons on his website every Saturday like a weekly show. And when Ross was hospitalized in 2018 after being found unresponsive at his home following a seizure, 50 didn't directly wish him death, but he still made it clear he wasn't praying for him. 50 shared a photo of Ivan Drago from Rocky IV in the scene where Drago is standing over Apollo Creed as Creed is dying and says, If he dies, he dies. So, with everything that went down between 50 and Ross over the years, it's safe to say this beef is never getting squashed. In fact, 50 recently doubled down in an interview and said he'll never respect someone who went from being a correctional officer to a rapper.